What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the next video. In today's video, we're going to be doing another junkyard exploration. We're going back to the abandoned junkyard that we pulled the H series from, and we're going to be doing some exploring. We're going to be pulling some parts, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It is January 1st, so Happy New Year to everybody. This is a great way to start off the new year, but I don't really have much else to say. We got a 2-hour drive ahead of us, so catch you guys when we get there. All right, so we're back. Familiar place, but in this episode, everything is pretty much full of snow. So I'm gonna be showing you guys a lot of these cars a little bit closer today. It's a little bit nicer of a camera, at least until this camera dies. But right off the bat here, nice Fox body. This thing is pretty sweet. We got this Z over here. This was a fan favorite from last video. Still has the louvers on the back of it. Next to this 3rd gen Prelude that I might pull some parts off of today. If I can get the hood open, I could grab some stuff off of this. Actually, I can't remember. Oh, it looks like somebody took the mirror off. Ah, yeah, no, that door is seized shut. These doors are pretty much frozen shut around here. We just got done with a pretty gnarly rain, followed up by freezing conditions, and then that rain formed its way into snow, but I think they pretty much locked a lot of these doors with it. So this Pontiac Le Mans, a lot of people were saying this thing looked like a Opel Cadet or something like that. I can't remember what everybody was saying in the last video, but here's that starlet. Hopefully I can get this thing open. Yeah, it's just frozen. And I don't want to rip the handles off. So today is going to be definitely a challenging day. But Starlet next to this old wagon. Pretty sweet. Got some big cars over here. I didn't really show off a whole lot of this American stuff because I came here for mainly Honda parts, but I figured I would show you guys kind of everything this time, just to make it fair. So here's this Cressida again, and I thought this thing was one of the sickest cars here. I think you guys can agree. But it still has a lot of good parts left on it. And last time I thought this thing had a 7M in it, but it was actually a 5M. So correction made, but yeah, literally everything still intact for the most part. I don't want to open this hood because it feels like it's pretty much split in half and just rusted. But I'm gonna make my way back, and we're gonna go through the old yard and then probably hit up the new yard and see if we can get some CRX parts for the 85. But yeah, I know I probably said this last video, but if there's a car in here that you guys see that reminds you of a time in your life, or your mom had one or your grandma had one, and it brings back some memories, feel free to drop those memories down below. This thing is really cool. What is this? Oh, this is a Sirocco. Yeah, this thing is super neat. Really cool old Volkswagen. We got all these big boys over here. Some pretty cool hatchbacks, and like I said, I'm not too into the American stuff, and I say this every time I come out here because this is a lot of American cars. But yeah, we'll make our way back around to this Celica, and then yeah, I'll hit you guys up when we find something cool. I really like this Celica though. Too bad it was pretty horribly smashed, but pretty much everything is still intact. All right, so we're stepping into the old yard right now, and as you can see, there is just piles of everything that you can imagine, cars or not. This goes on for quite a while, so I'm going to show you guys what we got going on back here. And if you guys need any parts, CayushaParts.com. Check out CayushaParts.com. I mainly only sell Honda parts right now, but I have access to all of this and much more, and you guys would have access to this too through the request a part section on the website. So feel free to check out the website and drop a request with what you need, because there is tons and tons and tons of stuff out here. We're gonna start walking the rows, and I'll just show you guys pretty much everything that we got going on.
Look at that Volkswagen van, dude.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of these back here.
You know what that is? That's a Chevy wagon, Nova 2 wagon.
Oh yeah?
Pretty sure. Oh, fucking A right spot that is.
You need parts, or can you use parts off this thing?
Potentially, yeah. Well, anything on the dash.
This thing is sick. There's engines everywhere, just sitting on the ground. Ooh, this is a really old Mazda. This thing's got a rotary in it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, look at that steering wheel. Oh man, that steering wheel is super, super sick. Looks like somebody took parts from this thing. I don't even know what this is. This is like one of the first Mazdas that hit the States. You got a badge on it? Nope, just a Mazda logo. Wonder if we can get this hood open and see the rotary under this thing. Ah! Wow. Oh, it opens this way. Oh, we can get it open. Oh, shoot. Sure enough, it's still in there. 12A. Super old rotary. This thing is amazing, and it's still here and completely intact with the manual transmission. Close that. Get that branch out of the way. But yeah, if you guys are restoring something and you need parts, oh god, feel free, because there's plenty to go around. And I'm definitely willing to pull some parts off of cars other than Hondas to expand the business. But like, there's everything here. If you see something on the ground you need, transmission, an engine, whatever this thing is. I don't even know what this is. Just piles and piles. I'll catch you guys when we find something cool. This place is pretty cool in the winter time because not only are you avoiding the ticks, but just seeing all of the cars covered in snow it's quite the sight. I will say I like the summertime a lot better, but this thing is stripped. I love these old door handles. Speedometer, dash still intact. Yeah, this is where you good? This is where the lineups begin. I don't plan on doing a whole lot of talking in this video. Kind of just want to showcase as much as I possibly can, because last time we were here, we came here to get that H22 and didn't really have a lot of time to show you guys everything that's in this yard. But we'll start back here in the old yard. I'll show you guys as much as I possibly can, and then we'll try and make our way to the new yard to grab those CRX parts. I grabbed a couple Prelude parts for my girlfriend's Prelude, but the homie Levi needs to grab some parts for his Chevy, for Nova 2. So we're on the hunt for one of those right now, among hunting for everything else that may be useful. Look at this old Datsun. Like, this thing's been here long enough for 3 trees to grow around it, making it probably impossible to get out. I mean, you could probably drag it out, but good luck dragging it through the rest of this place. And that does, it's kind of sad. A lot of these cars will just sit here until the end of the world, because eventually, you know, times are going to change and there's going to be absolutely nobody coming out here, and these cars are just going to become part of the earth again, unfortunately. All these big boats. This color is sick. I love this green. I think this is another Sirocco, and I actually think I pulled the spoiler off this thing the last time I was here. If I remember correctly, this is the Sirocco that's super clean. Yep, here it is. You guys need Volkswagen Sirocco parts. This thing is got a mint interior. That dash is really unique. Not the dash, the gauge cluster. I can't really show you guys too well, but pretty sick steering wheel, full interior, sunroof, everything you can imagine. Yeah, journey continues. A lot of you guys were saying A lot of the older gentlemen that watch the channel were saying a lot of these cars probably got here during the cash for clunkers era, which I'm not sure if that was too big of a thing here in the Midwest. I wasn't around to be able to tell you, but if you guys are from the Midwest and can confirm that the cash for clunkers is the result of this yard, which I have no doubt it would, but I was assuming that that was more of like a California thing. But I can understand they want to get the cars that you can fix off the road so they can sell you new cars, but they disguised it as a you know, trying to be emissions friendly, which it's like, I'm sure a lot of these American cars were probably gas guzzlers, and I have nothing against that, but like my 85 CRX does 70 miles to the gallon. There's no cars that are coming out that are doing 70 miles to the gallon to this day. So that cash for clunkers thing kind of sounded like, I don't know, I wasn't there to live through it, so it's hard to say. But yeah, drop a comment down below with your thoughts on that. We should be getting into the more organized section here sooner than later, but these cars have just been here for so long and it's so overgrown that you're not only walking through a forest of cars, but you're walking through what has become an actual forest. Old race car. This thing's pretty sweet. Man, this guy got into a pretty gnarly accident, got T-boned pretty hard. And this thing, that must have been quite the hit, because I know these chassis are strong, and that is quite the damage. Even after sitting here all these years, these cars are still pretty much solid, other than probably rusting out through the bottoms. But there's that over there. This thing's cool. I'm not even sure what this is. I see a V8 under there. Oh, I think this is a Camaro, I'm pretty sure. You can school me on my American stuff. That's why I'm out here learning. I could spot a Honda from 1,000 feet, but I couldn't tell you what 90% of these cars are just by looking at them, which is something that I'm looking to improve on in today's episode, because a lot of the people that watch these videos enjoy a lot more than just Hondas, and I'd like to expand to the American stuff and the German stuff. Obviously I'll still always have my love for Hondas, but having access to so many more options in the States, I'm definitely not opposed to getting a project car that's somewhere in the realms of what you're seeing here today. Look at this big hunk of, I think this is a garbage truck or something. I don't know, it's hard to tell and hard to show you guys on video, but there's more than just cars here, guys. There is garbage trucks, and you start hallucinating because you see the glares from the windows. It's pretty gnarly out here, but it's very peaceful. And the nice crunch of the snow makes for a pretty satisfying journey through the never-ending piles of cars. But this looks like the more open and organized section, where you will find some pretty sweet stuff, like this, for example. I think this is an Omni, what is it? Yeah, this is a Dodge Omni. Look at this spoiler. That thing is sweet. Barely, I could probably rip this thing off if I wanted to. I won't though. I'm gonna let these cars rest. Oh, come on. Let me get this thing open. I don't want to break it. Maybe the back. Just have to try and show you guys, but a nice bluish green interior with some pretty cool seats. What do we have here right next to it? A Chevette. Can we get this one open? Nope. Moving on. This is the section that I wanted to showcase a little more because there's just a lot of really neat stuff in here that I didn't even get to look at myself. I think this is another Omni. You guys will have to school me in the comment section. But oh, look at that Supra. I didn't even see this thing last time I was here. Holy crap. Wow. Oh my god, it's got the key. Oh my god, look, it's okay. Hold on. Okay, so I'm not sure if it's focused, but this original key has the Japanese Toyota logo on it that literally looks like a Black Ops 2 emblem. I don't know if the camera is focusing or not. You can barely tell. EFI Celica Supra. This thing is beautiful. Can we get her open? I don't think we're gonna be able to get her open. Wow. Look at that. What is this? This is the 4ME. So this would have been, this is either a first or a second gen Supra. I'm assuming first. Wow, that logo is really crazy. I wish I could get this thing open. I think it's locked, but still has the shift knob in it. Clean seats, clean steering wheel, clean dash. This thing is super, super cool. I did not see this thing last time, but this is an absolute gem. If you guys need parts for this thing, let me know. Absolutely beautiful car. Maybe we can find another one. Every time I come out here, I find one or two absolutely insane things that I didn't see the last time. Like the first time we came out here, we had no idea there was an H22 sitting out here. And then a couple times later, we ended up pulling the H22. So that's the thing with coming out here too, is every single time you find something even crazier than the last time. The harder you look, the more knowledge you gain. This old Datsun. This one can open. Ooh, those seats are, those gotta be seat covers. This is practically a race wheel. Wow, this thing is neat. What is this? And a lot of these still have like the tail lights, the original keys, steering wheel on the ground here, all the badges on them. And I could be one of those guys that goes through and just snags all the badges and stuff, but what's the point? You know what I mean? I think this is another Star. Yep, this is another Starlet. So this is the second known Starlet in here. Toyotas are something that I would like to get into in the future. We have here a Horizon. I think this might be a Dodge. Not sure. I honestly have no idea. Horizon. You guys leave it down in the comment section what it is. But we'll continue on. I don't think that I want to go back here. I don't think I want to backtrack. I think I want to keep making my way in. Let's check these out real quick, and then we'll make our way in. We'll show you guys when we get to something cool. So here's another Datsun. Taillights and stuff. Let's see if we can get in her. I think we might have shown this one off last time. because I do remember. Yep, we did. But still a lot of good parts in this thing for anybody that needs them. Request a part down below. I'm not sure, you know, if the owner will always be as cool with me as he is now, as you know, things can change over time. But as long as I can keep coming out here, I can obviously get as much as I can for you guys. This is an old Nissan. Let's see. Oh, this is just an old Sentra. Man, I wish you could still get things like this. Old Rabbit. But we'll continue on. I got super distracted by that Supra and backtracked quite a bit. But we should probably find the homies and then continue diving in. Might have to climb over this car. I'll cut to when I get to something cool. Alright, so this is an old Subi. Couldn't tell you the name, but I got some buddies that like Subis, and this might be of interest, worth just taking a glimpse at. Doors open. I'm not going to try to get over there, but you get the gist. Continuing on. This is a neat little thing. I think this is the Tercel. Yep, this is the Tercel. I did not leave this door open, so that means there's been somebody here. Looks like they... I don't remember this being in this condition. Okay, I guess that door isn't shutting and that's why it's open. It probably was like that last time and I'm just tripping. But what do we got in here? Okay, hold this. Pretty sure we showed this off last time, but yeah, this is what is it? A 1AC, little old 4-cylinder, still intact. Old oil cap with the old Toyota logo on it. This thing is sweet. Continuing on. Old Plymouth. We should be getting to the end-ish of the old yard. And I mean, this goes on all the way over there for miles. So it's gonna take me 50 videos to show off everything in this yard. But I'm kind of just backtracking from the last couple of times I've been here and getting a good idea of everything that's here, taking as much time to show off all the cars that I can. Like I said, I'll never be able to show off everything here, but I can try. Let's head over that way. Oh, look at this huge engine. This thing is ginormous. Look at this engine, bro. This thing is huge. There's another one in the previous video. It was called, what was it called? It was a Buddha, something like that. It was from like 1920. But yeah, we are approaching the edge of the property, so there might be some cool stuff buried away back here. Looks like somebody was doing some cutting, which I know is permitted by the owner. Man, so much to see. Thought it was going to be a little bit colder, but moving around is seeming to work out pretty good. This looks interesting. What do we have here? This looks Japanese. Yep, Sentra. Very nice. Old farm trucks. This looks possibly like a Toyota. It is. I think I showed this thing last time, and this had off the top, I can't even tell you, 14R or something. Oh god. Oh no, the 18R. Sorry. I don't know why I thought it was 14R. This thing is rusted out and it got hit. So this thing definitely is not savable, but tons of parts on it are. I love the old steering wheels. Continuing on. I'm gonna cut it and figure out where the homies are. And then I will, actually, what is this thing? This thing is sick. I'm not even sure what it is. I'm learning as I go. These cars are way, way older than me, but I can appreciate them to the max. Obviously, I know my 80s and 90s stuff when it comes to Hondas and Toyotas and Nissans, and I try to learn as much as I can about the Mazdas and everything else in the Japanese realm, but I definitely am quite ignorant when it comes to anything American that isn't a Mustang or a Camaro. Like this right here, this looks like the same thing as this to me from afar, and you guys are probably like, dude, no, that's a Galaxy, you know, that's a, but like, I need you guys to drop down your stories and like inform me about these vehicles so that I can be a little more enlightened the next time I come out here and be able to go through the yard and show you guys what you want to see, because I'm just a 19-year-old that likes working on Hondas. But I do have an appreciation for all of the rest of these cars, and a lot of my family members and friends are into these vehicles as well, so I feel like I owe it to them to learn a thing or two, and I owe it to you guys because I don't want to come out here with the bias of looking for Hondas when there's everything else under the sun. I think I had this in the last video, but this thing is, I think I called this the milkman truck last time. I think this is an old Volkswagen van. I'm not 100% sure. Yep, it's an old Volkswagen van. This thing is mangled beyond belief. An old Vega. I love the taillights on these old American cars. A lot of sick stuff out here. But we are reaching a standpoint, so I'm gonna cut it and let you guys know when we find something cool. So the GoPro is dying pretty quickly out here in the cold, so I'm gonna show you guys as much as possible. But if at some point the quality changes and the lens changes a little bit, because I had to switch to my phone, and I think that's probably what is gonna end up happening by the time we even make it to the new yard. This thing is sick. This is an old Celica. This thing is super, super gnarly. Wow, look at that freaking shifter. And yes, engines, transmissions, up for grabs. You guys know that. We pulled the H22 out of here. What's in here? That's not opening. I could probably get it open with enough force, but I'm not trying to break something. Those taillights are sick. Is that a Vega again? I'm starting to learn as I go. Not sure. I don't want to break that. Yeah, so this part is pretty overgrown. There was a section the first time that we came here. I can't find it again, but it had a bunch of old Civics in it. I love that styling right there. Very, very sick. What's that? That looks Japanese. Is that another... What is that? I can't even tell. That's not Japanese, that's American. What am I talking about? Every time I come out here, I'm just losing my breath looking at all these cars. Looking at all this history, every single mile, all the different owners, the story of how it got to this junkyard, the story of who bought it, you know. Is that an old Jag? Hold on. I don't know what this is, but this looks like something extremely interesting that you guys might know more about. See if I can get in here. No, this is a Fiat. What am I talking about? I don't know. There's crazy stuff back here. Super crazy stuff. And unfortunately, like I said before, a lot of it is just gonna go untouched. Tons of wagons. A forgotten style of car is the wagon. I've never owned a wagon. I would probably buy a Civic wagon if I was given the opportunity. But yeah, with the introduction and, you know, popularity of SUVs increasing, you don't really see wagons anymore. I believe this is a Honda. I think this is an old Civic, I believe. First gen Civic, if I'm not mistaken. This might be the Civic spot that I was just telling you guys about a couple minutes ago. Yep, it is. We got a bunch of cool stuff over here. Show you guys. Let me get in here. That's an old Cavalier. What is this thing? Ooh, this thing looks cool. This is an old Datsun. Very nice. I love the colors. The orange paint striping. Oh, wow. Look at these door cards. They're honestly restorable. This thing is sick. What is this? Is this, oh, I don't know half these cars. These door handles are sweet though. Get a peek in there for you guys. Pretty much just gotta stay moving. Here's another old Honda. This is the old Honda section. I want to show off this Subaru though. For the Subaru fans, this thing is sweet. 1600 four-wheel drive, four-door wagon, four-wheel drive. Very cool. I wonder what these have inside of them. You can hear some dogs in the background, which is always a little bit frightening sound. A lot of old Datsuns, and this is a Cadet. Is this an Opel? An Opel Cadet, I believe this is. I think this is an Opel Cadet, which I know these are very popular in Europe. Interesting to see one here in a Midwestern junkyard. This is an old Datsun B210. Looks like it was involved in a I don't know, what would you call this? It looks like maybe they got smashed on this side And then this thing sat here long enough to fold itself in half, we'll call it. It was involved in some damage, we'll say the least. Could still be an engine in there, but I think I am going to pause the camera here and save the rest of the battery for the new yard and go find the homie. And I will probably just get some clips on my phone, and then I will catch you guys if we find something really cool or when we get to the new yard. If you guys are enjoying the video, if you are, please be sure to drop a like and comment some stories that these cars bring up. And definitely be sure to subscribe if you're new, because we're going to be doing a lot of junkyard explorations this year, despite the cold, despite the snow. We're going to get out here, we're going to explore, we're going to pull some parts, and we are, oh, there's a Gremlin. I think I saw one of these before. Super sick car. Love that body style. I just love the weird hatches of the olden days. I drive an EG hatch, and then I've got the CRX that I've pretty much haven't shown you guys at all. But we're gonna go find the homie, like I said, and then pick up the camera if we find something cool or when we get to the new yard. So I'll catch you guys in a little bit. All right, so this was worth some battery life. Piece. Custom paint job, flowers. This car reminds me a lot of my girlfriend, actually. She would really like this thing. This engine's gone. Shanny's still there. But yeah, this car really reminded me of my girlfriend, so I thought I'd throw it in here. She'd really like that. We're making our way back to the road right now, and we have been split up from the group slightly. Check this big thing out. Old fire truck, maybe? Possibly. I see some hoses. Do not know, but there's a bunch of stuff back here. So much stuff. Old Ford van. I know there's people in here that like those. It'd be cool to find like an old supercar in here. And I'm not even into supercars. It would just be cool to see something like that in here. Maybe there was when I just passed it. But among the Hondas and other stuff that we all enjoy, it'd be pretty cool to see something that was worth like a couple $100,000 or something crazy. But there's probably cars back here that are worth $100,000. Like this thing, 1957 special. No idea what this is, but it is beautiful. This thing is amazing. Holy. I can't get it open. This car is sick though. This design is spectacular. They sure do not make them like this anymore. I'll tell you that much. But gonna move on. All right, so I'm sitting at 34%, and we just hit the new yard. So I'm gonna make my way in here and show you guys as much as I can of new stuff, and then my my GoPro will probably die. Starting off with this Tercel, very nice and clean. My GoPro will probably die, as I was saying, but I'll switch over to my phone, Geo Metro. See, now we're getting into the stuff that I know. There's still a lot of old stuff back here, and I haven't even really explored back that way. We're gonna go this way. There's so much back here that I haven't looked at yet, so I'm just gonna take you guys with me. Here's a Civic, not anything I'm interested in. A little bit too new. EX though, might be manual. Yep, 5-speed. Decent. There's a Corolla over there. Corolla wagon, as you guys can see. But we're gonna make our way back here, and I'm gonna show you everything that I can before this camera dies. So we're probably gonna just speed run through the new yard, and then I'm gonna try and find a CRX and a Prelude, maybe some Civics, and start pulling parts. Wow, okay, yeah, we're making our way back here. Still a lot of old stuff, and I'd love to stop and show you guys every car, but I want to get some shots of the old yard, or the new yard, my bad. Let me just take a peek over here and see what this was. What is that? Not even sure what that is. Oh, Dodge, I think. Dodge, there's some American cars that are just, that had some funky styling that I very, very, very much like, because they just remind me of Japanese stuff and EU styling. Here's another van. Somebody was pulling parts off that thing. But yeah, this is still mainly pretty old stuff, but we should be approaching the new yard any minute here. I didn't even know this section existed, to be completely honest with you guys. This is unexplored territory for me even. And I did notice after, see, this is like a bunch of stuff that I could explore, but I know what's over here, and that's what I want to show you guys. January 1st, it's the start of the new year, so we're gonna be back doing more in-depth explorations. I am just gonna cut in. Nah, we'll go straight. We'll go straight. I'm not gonna cut in. But yeah, I just want to get to the new yard before this GoPro dies. I should buy another battery for this GoPro so I don't have to switch to my phone once the GoPro dies. But yeah, I think I'm gonna drop the camera or stop recording and pick it up when I get to the 80s and 90s Japanese stuff that I am a fan of. Now that we showed you guys some of the stuff that I don't know too much about, I'd like to use this last 30% to show you guys some stuff that I do know about. So I'll catch you guys when we hit up the Hondas. And actually, check out this Mazda B2000, pretty sweet. Like those bodies. I'm sure there's a bunch of crazy stuff back there. All right, maybe we're not gonna put down the camera. Maybe we're just gonna keep walking. Is that a Camaro? My cousin's got one of these. This one's actually really nice. Looks like there's probably a lot of good parts on it. I think this is that rotary snowmobile. Yep, it is. Okay, so there's a CRX back here that we might just stumble across really quick. Rotary powered snowmobile. And I think there is a CRX somewhere around here, first gen CRX. It'd be nice if I could leave with some first gen CRX parts, put on that HF. I need some side skirts and a couple other things. I'm not seeing it. It's somewhere back here. I have not even explored back here. Okay, I'm not gonna get carried away because I do know for sure where one CRX is, but if I can't find it, I'll come back here. I'll catch you guys when we get to the Hondas. Okay, I found it. Oh, we're gonna have to really climb through here to get to it. It's pretty crunched, but we might be able to grab these side skirts and possibly even some other stuff. This is an SI though, so yeah, this is it right here. Looks pretty rough to get what I need though, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna go and check out the other one, but here it is. I at least found it. Catch you guys when we can find the other one. So I think there's gonna be an RX-7 coming up here on our right. Yep, right here, tucked away. A little FB, sad, but still kicking it. And then this should open up to, I believe there is a Toyota van here coming up soon. What is this? Oh, here it is. Okay, here's the Toyota van. And then this is where we want to be now that I know where I'm at. This is where the rows and rows and rows of cars start. I'll just jump up on one of these, show you guys real quick. But for miles and miles, not for miles and miles, probably for about a mile on each side of me currently is cars. And they're from anywhere from the 70s to the early 2000s and late 2010s, I would say. Like this Accord. And then, yeah, this is what I wanted to show you guys the most. I wish I would have saved some battery for this part of the yard because there is so much to show you guys. But we're just gonna get right into it. I'm just gonna let the camera roll. We're gonna go through here. Hopefully we don't run into anybody. Here's an old Celica right away. Oh God, my fingers are frozen. Beautiful interior, except for that the guy was a heavy smoker. This thing is sick though, right off the bat. And it's got clean taillights and stuff too. Really nice car. But we're looking for CRXs and Preludes. And I also am looking for some second gen Preludes. But the main focus of today was to get as much footage as possible. Obviously this is not the tick season, but the optimal time to pull parts will be now, before the snow gets too crazy and there's no ticks. But as you can see in this part of the yard, you are climbing through branches. This is insanely overgrown, and in the summertime full of poison ivy. This thing is sweet. I don't even know what this is. No, this is a Pulsar. Okay, yeah, there's a red Pulsar back here. This one's really old. Continuing on. Old Nova. We're pretty much near the end part of the old yard. There's an old Toyota. Yeah, so I didn't plan to grab too much today, as my buddy Levi, mainly, he's the reason I'm kind of out here today. He needed some parts for his Nova. I think I mentioned that. But yeah, we'll just keep on trucking. Second gen Prelude over here, or third gen Accord. What is it? Second gen Prelude, yeah. Lots of good parts on this thing. I've got a lot of part requests for these things. If I have time, I'm gonna go through and fulfill those requests, but this kind of brings me to the next point in my video. If you guys want parts and you go to the request a part option, if I email you back and it's the night before I come out here, would you guys put money down for me to be able to make the trip? Because I can't come out here, grab a bunch of parts, and then people fall through. So I'm trying to work out. This is a cool Subi. I'm trying to work out a method that I can do with you guys that would give me a little bit of security when it comes to pulling parts, so that I'm not just pulling a bunch of random stuff that people aren't actually gonna buy. Nice Accord here. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. We can work something out. I'll pull what I can today, and then, you know, like I said, this is a 3-hour drive for me. So old Legacy EF over here. Hold up, wait a second. I think this is, yeah, DA Integra up here. Or no, what is this? What is this? Am I tripping? This is an Integra. Yeah, I was tripping. Oh, this thing's been molested, kind of. It's got hood pins in it. I wonder what's under the hood. Give me a second. I'd like to see what's under here. All right, so it's just stock, unfortunately. Continuing on. I've got 19% on the GoPro, so we'll do what we can. Making our way up to this EF over here. Okay, so this thing's got very good set of taillights here. EF sedan. Windshield smashed, but I'm sure there's good parts left in it. Now, around here, there should be another first-gen CRX. I really don't want to have to pull parts off of that one that was buried, but I feel like beggars can't be choosers when it comes to the old cars, and I definitely don't want to leave here without some CRX improvements, because that is a series that I look forward to this winter. Old Mazda. What is this over here? There should be a white Prelude coming up sooner than later. What is this? This old... Bring me back to the Hondas. Is El Camino? I think so. I think the Hondas are more up here. I don't really think there's any particular spot where you can find an actual like section of just one brand. Oh, I found something. Check this out. Crashed FC. Bet you the rotary is still in there. Yep, it is. Man, that thing's got a heavy hood. Crashed FC. Looks like there's pretty much everything still here. So if you drive an FC and you need parts, let me know. I know there's a couple different types of FCs, but oh, all right, bet. Check it out. EF over here, or not EF, first gen Civic hatch. So I don't think that there's anything that I need off of here, but this is still really cool. Oh, come on. All right, 1 second, let me get this door open. All right, so check this out. Or not an EF, I don't know what this chassis code is. EW, I think it is. These purple seats are kind of neat. But this thing was probably a DX or an HF. Super clean still. A lot of good parts. Probably gonna leave this one alone. Just because there's not really much that I can grab off of it. That hood might be good, but I did really want to find a first gen CRX and grab some fenders off of it and some side skirts, but we'll see what happens. thing's got good taillights on it still, good rear glass. Continuing on. Back to this FC. Yeah, like I said, guys, Kyushu Parts is going to be expanding. I would like to first get all of my Honda parts actually posted, because there's a lot of parts I have that aren't posted right now. So I'd like to go through my inventory and get everything posted that isn't already, and then get all of the part requests taken care of by coming out here and to various other yards, and then probably start expanding into Toyotas. So not sure we're gonna find that CRX before this camera dies. Like I said, I've got my phone, but the footage is just gonna change up a little bit. So we'll do what we can. Keep on trucking. So many gems out here. Wish I could take the time to show you guys each one of these cars individually, but I'd be out here for 20 years showing stuff off. So I have to locate some other cars to know where I'm at. This is home-based Civic. Now I don't want to drop my bag down because I did notice some people here, but we've pulled parts off this Civic. So I know that there is a Taggy just up here that might have some parts worth grabbing. Again, my main focus is CRX stuff, you know? And I'd like to keep my energy until I find a nice first-gen CRX. But we might have to go back to that first one we saw. Yeah, so here's that Taggy, which last video you guys saw somebody smashed into it. Wasn't us. Lots of parts left in here still. Like I said, request a part. But from this Taggy, going in here, we should stumble across some Hondas. And possibly even the other CRX that I'm remembering. It could be a second gen CRX too, I can't totally remember. If it is, then we'll just go straight back to that other one and start pulling. But there's also a white third gen Prelude in here that I haven't stumbled across yet. So this is insane. In the summer, you can walk on the roofs of these cars, travel much faster through here. But that's not something I want to do when there's snow all over them, because if you bail out here, you're pretty much done for, I would say. Couple Metros, love that green color. man. This is a bad idea. More Metros. This thing's sick. Corolla FX. Seats in here are sweet. Ah, come on. This thing is really nice. Very cool car. I'm gonna try and find that CRX, and I'll let you guys know when I find it. Might be on my phone because this thing is about to die. Oh shoot, there's that Pulsar. I'm gonna get a shot of that actually real quick. See, sometimes your eyes just skip over stuff, and that's what's cool about the videos, is you guys leave timestamps, and I'm like, dude, I completely missed that. Here's the Pulsar. This window's broken. That window's broken. But yeah, this thing's overall not bad. I'll catch you guys when we find the CRX. Oh, here's another Honda. This is an EW. This is an SI though. Anyways. Alright, I'm gonna use my last 4% to get a round robin shot of as much as I can. Alright guys, I think I'm probably going to be ending it here with the GoPro, so I'll pick things back up on my phone, but the footage is probably going to start becoming pretty choppy now, because I think I'm going to start pulling parts, and yeah, I'm getting pretty hungry as well. It's pretty cold out here, and I've just pulled a couple Prelude parts. I don't want to leave completely empty-handed. The footage is kind of what I came here, like I said, for, but yeah, I got a whopping 3%, so I'm just gonna walk you guys back here. 2%. Show you guys this Celica. This thing is sick, but I think that's gonna wrap it up for the GoPro footage. See if I can show you guys the interior. Nope, not gonna be able to. All right guys, I'll pick things up on my phone. I'll catch you guys then. Alright y'all, so I'm back home. I never picked up my phone to record anything because it was just too cold, and we were just feeling like heading back. GoPro was dead. That CRX, I think I actually did pick up my phone and take a video of it, but it's not even worth throwing in. The CRX, I didn't end up pulling anything off of it because the fenders were all pretty cracked up, and the side skirts were pretty much impossible to get because the doors were actually welded to the car. So that was interesting, but I just grabbed a couple things for my girlfriend's Prelude, and then obviously got over an hour of content for you guys, which, again, request a part, CayushaParts.com. Access to all that stuff and more. If you're really serious about getting some parts, hit me up over email and we will figure something out. But that pretty much wraps it up for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you did, please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. If you're new, there's going to be plenty of Junkyard content coming this winter, and the CRX is going to be on the way, as well as the Prelude and the EG, and there's going to be some other mystery projects. We got a lot in the works here, but things are changing around here, so expect to see some different types of content. I know it's been a little over a month since upload, but yeah, I've just been figuring stuff out, working on things. It is the new year. Happy New Year, everybody. But that's pretty much all I gotta say. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Like I said, if you enjoyed, drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Anyways, it's been Nick. I'm out. Peace.